Hey everybody! I want to jump on real quick because I wanted to share with you some of my personal stories and kind of wrap up. I've been talking a lot about mental health lately, how I deal with being in this body and moving forward positively. I've done a series of videos about it, and I've been studying this hypnotherapy, uh, quantum healing hypnosis technique by Dolores Cannon, and she's really enlightening me to some deeper truths that people don't talk about. And it's all about your subconscious. Now, your subconscious kind of stays with you through all the lifetimes. So it knows everything. So when I put you under hypnosis, another lifetime will pop out. And then I can ask the subconscious, why did that lifetime pop up? And the subconscious will tell me that you needed to go through that in the therapy session and kind of go through that lesson that you learned in that lifetime. So that's why it's so important, because we kind of are walking around this lifetime not really knowing, little amnesia there as to why we're here, right? And come to find out, we've created this entire lifetime. So whoever comes into your existence and who's your friend and your family, you probably knew them from previous lifetimes. So it's kind of fascinating stuff. I'm really eating it up. And I just want to share with you, I know I mentioned that my son passed 3 years ago from a gunshot wound to his head, self-inflicted, in my backyard. And so, I'm in this chapter, Dolores Cannon's Between Life and Death, which I recommend you getting. Fascinating stuff. She pulled a lot of this information out of some hypnotherapy sessions that she had with people that allowed her to do more curious asking of this. She calls the subconscious your higher self. So it's kind of like a guide. We all have guides. We all come into this world. We all have spirit guides that we can call on and say, hey, I'm having help. I need some help down here. I'm having a hard time. You come in, you sign your contract. This is the life you're supposed to live so that you can, progress on because it's Earth School, okay, everybody? It's Earth School. We're here to learn. That's why it's so hard. It's the hardest school in the universe. This is it. And look at the time we're living in, all this craziness, right? So if you're here right now, you're a badass. High five. Badass. So what did I do? I agreed to come into this life and live as a disabled person going into this madness. So you can imagine that I had some bad days and I didn't want to be here anymore. And when my son left, I said, that's it. I'm out. I don't want to do this anymore. My heart hurts way too much. I won't survive it. I really thought I was just going to end it right there. Well, what I found out today through this Between Life and Death that I'm reading of Dolores Cannon's work, she's written 17 books, by the way, knows a lot about this stuff. I found out that the reason that suicide is such a sin, and I don't use that word lightly because I'm not a religious person, is because we signed a contract to be here to learn in this lifetime what we need to learn. And if you leave by your own volition early, before, because you made a vow to your higher self, you were going to do this life, blah, 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 right? You kill yourself, big trouble, big trouble. So you go to the other side. Some go to a hospital for the more traumatized people. Like, this is really bad stuff. Yeah, you've experienced something really horrible in your life. Bad, bad, bad. Most people, my son didn't have that traumatic of a life. He just couldn't deal with the circumstances of the divorce and his dad leaving and da 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 da, and I was not dealing well with everything, and he had this crazy girlfriend. So he had his own reasons, but it wasn't real traumatic at a whole. So he probably went to the resting place, and that's where souls go when they need contemplation time of what went wrong with that life. Why did you leave prematurely? And the problem is, it created more karma. So Everybody sees me, right? And they all say, oh my God, Katie, you're going straight to heaven because you're living such a difficult life, or blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? I must have committed suicide in another life, because this is the kind of karma you have to clear that out of your system. Like some serious stuff, people. So don't kill yourself, or you'll have to live maybe worse than me. I always tell people I'm blessed. I can move my body. I can still have adventures, go out in my chairs. I met people at a rehab center here in Houston that paralyzed from the neck down at 17, never got to go skiing. Never, you know what I mean? That's some serious karma she's clearing out. Let me tell you, that's a rough existence. Being paralyzed, oh. I mean, someone's always got it worse than you. Remember that. If you have so much crap going on in your life that is just, you're just like, really, what am I doing? What is this? Why am I having to go through all this, right? And you're angry, and you're pissed off at people, and you're throwing shit. Well, here's the thing. You need to change your attitude about your situation quick and in a hurry. Because what I'm learning about this book is that the better attitude and the more you're learning from your hardships and getting better and loving people and letting stuff go, which I don't say lightly because it's hard to do. It's hard to forgive. It's hard to move on. But you got to do it. You got to do it for your own soul. That's why I'm making these videos. Because the more that I'm learning about the spirit realm that's never been taught to me, I only know the Christian stuff. And let me tell you, the subconscious has a lot to say about that. Lot of not things so true, let's just say. That's why you need to read the book. A lot of things we've been told that aren't true to control us. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to insult anybody's religion, but that's kind of what's going on there. Man-made, gotta say. Anyway, so the whole purpose of our existence, the whole reason we're here, and even the tougher stuff that we're going through, guess what? If you can remain kind to others and rise above the lower frequency energy, anger, jealousy, envy, all these lower emotions, if you can rise above that and come into your heart and love people despite what you've been through. Because I know some people that have been raped that can't get over it. Their whole life is dealing with that moment. And I know other people that were raped multiple times, a horrific situation, and they're going on with their life. It's all about this attitude. That's what it's all about. And so here's the thing. If you can rise above your lower frequency vibrational emotions of anger and betrayal and unforgiveness, and just like you're going to screw the world. I hate to say it, but that is not what we're supposed to be doing here. And the problems that'll come from you not able to get into your heart, open your crown chakra, see that white light coming through, just cleansing your body. Let that stuff go. It's low frequency vibrations. Move it out of your system. Forgive those are your teachers. By the way, the worse your experience is, like I can tell you some stories that would make you feel really bad for me, but I'm not about that. I just want you to know that I've been to the depths of hell, and all those people that put me there are my teachers. When you reframe your thinking and you stop demonizing everybody that was wrong to you, we're at Schoolroom Earth. This is Trespassville, dude. People are going to stomp on you and you're stomping on other people, right? And sometimes you don't mean to. But recognizing when you hurt somebody and saying you're sorry, that's all all that is this lifting up of your spirit that you need, and staying kind and loving even when you've been trashed and betrayed and told you're a narcissist because you wrote a book about yourself. Who does that? Right? What? They're missing the point. And those are people I love, right? So what do? Schoolroom Earth. They don't know any better. I forgive them. You move on. You stop being angry about all the stuff that's really not that major. I mean, even if the betrayal was so bad, you go, well, our time was up. You went and had an affair and went and married her and took my kids and, okay. Now I have to learn how to stand on my own 2 feet, even though, of course, that's a funny saying, isn't it? Right? But so a lot of things I can be really upset about. But if you stay positive and you keep reading information about history, life, how things really are, and you stay straight in your mind and you get goals and you have a purpose and you keep moving forward, you're going to be blessed beyond belief. That's some really good karma you're building up, and you're getting rid of some old karma. Your next life, you can do whatever you want. The whole point isn't to be down here fornicating and having the best food. Some people come in and want just the earthly pleasures. And that's what this whole life is for with them. And if they're not hurting anybody, more power to them, right? But I'm curious. I want to know. So I'm watching all these programs and I got all this information. I can't wait till we move on out of mental health. It's been a journey. It's been, I needed to get it off my chest. And I really, really wanted to affect people if they're really, really down in the dumps and they're really hating their life. I really want to be that voice that they hear that goes, oh, wait, I got to get through this. No matter how that looks or what it takes, you got to get through it. Just keep moving. Baby steps every day. And every day pat yourself on the back of what an amazing job you're doing. It's a hard time to be here, guys. We got to love ourselves every day. Just keep loving your heart. You are your own best friend. And that's the best lesson that I can tell you right there. And I know that I've said it through all my videos, but it's so important. It's the most important. Because whenever you're putting your heart and soul and energy into another person, expecting them to reflect it back at you, oh, no. That's kind of a codependent situation. And what I found out is I was living for my kids. I was the perpetual mom. I wanted to be the greatest mom ever, give them everything they want, love them to death. I've been thrown away. They all don't want anything to do with me. So that backfired. And I could take it to heart. I could be depressed every day. I do fight that. But the thing is, I realize that moving forward in this crazy messed up life that I'm living is the point. You just got to find something to live for and keep moving forward. And you know what? I really believe that if I keep doing my best and put my love out there, that it's going to come back someday, right? Maybe not today, but down the road. And I'm really in it for the long haul. And that's what I've really kind of understood about this existence is you can't just look at one crappy day. You gotta be thinking, hey, there's always tomorrow. And so that's kind of my point. I kind of went over my time. I really appreciate you guys' comments and I really appreciate all your encouragement and my journey. And I hope you got my book, The Beautifully Broken, the Katy Hayes story, and go to my website, katypaints.com. I'm a struggling, starving artist here, and every little bit helps me a whole lot. And I even have an OnlyFans page, but I don't take the clothes off. I just do pretty little poses. Anyway, thank you so much for coming and listening to my ramblings. We'll talk to you again.